Last week has been a terrific time for me, a time of consolation, a time of feeling energized to be able to share with other companions and lay colleagues the universal preferences of the Society of Jesus, and to see that despite all our differences, we all are looking forward.
What change I have to make, and the conference has to make in leadership, just to get the UA peace alive. I realized usually in the day-to-day you have a problem and you need to solve the problem, you know. This, as they call the U process, you know, to try to not only to use your head and your hands, but you have as well to use your heart, and you have to do it in common with others.
I think the biggest thing that I'll take back to the United States with me is the connections that I made across the globe, the friendships that we formed, new thought partners, new ways of thinking through Ignatian leadership. So that's a really powerful thing for me to take back. To have all of these collaborators with me has made me think differently about the work that I'm doing. I think the context really matters, and so being able to hear things from different cultural points of view about how they view leadership, what they think about it, how the Ignatian pieces fit in with that.
You know, this program evoked my very personal conversion. It was a very strange experience for me. So I was enlightened through the process of this program. So although still I'm not really sure, you know, how I could do from now on, but my mission is very clear. I have to bring back, you know, this experience to my context, and then I have to, you know, share my experience to others. So this, you know, sharing, group work, all process of this program really worked for me.
In South Asian Conference, we are often challenged, at the same time enriched by the multicultural, multi-religious context. Our own people at different times, levels have been taking the Ignatian principles and leadership-related engagements back to the faculties and lay collaborators and our own partners who are working with us. But what we see is that the models that have been presented here would definitely help us get back to our own conference. In the multicultural, pluralistic context of our own conference, we would be able to come up with a customized approach to certain leadership programs.
Something very important I take away from this meeting also, and I was really touched by this, is the openness in which we could talk about difficult subjects such as, of course, the abuse crisis and the lack of leadership we find there, but also about going into depth in this to really try to understand better our human nature and not to scapegoat. And also topics like clericalism and the role of women in the church, about opening up to the secular world. I think these are very important subjects, the collaboration between Jesuits and lay collaborators, and we could talk about all this in great openness, and I'm very grateful for that.
We talked about adaptive leadership, moving from heroic leadership to more adaptive leadership. It's clear to me that leadership is not only about a one-man show thing. It's about constructing something together. And I really feel that this is a call for more humility. And also the second thing, which I think is really powerful, is the importance of coherence in our lives. If we want to lead truly and in an authentic way, it needs to start with not only what we do, but only with what we are.